of my ass with the mat, like whack, like whack. Who got wide receiver Shane Hooks in the league? Who that? That's Isaiah. That's Isaiah Bolden. I need to know who got Isaiah Bolden, the cornerback from Jackson State, and Shane Hooks, the wide receiver from Jackson State. Now the Bengals got Bolden. Probably like 23, 24. He said, Bears and the red-headed stepchild. Bad franchise junkies. Oh, my God. MFJ too. Yo, Browns in the motherfucking house. The Eagles got Shane Hooks. Ooh. All right. 6 seconds in. It's on. It's on. Who got four-star cornerback Kamari Rogers? Kamari Rogers. Give him the ball. 56-28. The team's focus on the run this week against the Titans. And yeah. Don't forget me, okay? All right. And Manuel made the strategy pay off. Of course the Jags got him. My boy Snake got him. Good. That's a good move. Doomed by giveaways. Things didn't go the way the Jaguars expected it this week, needing to play mistake-free football on the road. They instead committed 5 turnovers in Houston while dropping the game. Berger was the Rams' go-to man, and their win over the 49ers, rewarding their team faith in him by scoring 3 rushing touchdowns. Glass off the charts. I don't know why they showing motherfucking our game. Akil Glass lit up Steelers with the perfect passing rating and a 37-0 win. That picture looked like a Stingley pick 6 right there. Let's keep watching it. What's going on? Knocked out. The pass rush was critical component in the Buccaneers winning a frustrating game for Saints quarterback Ma. The Buccaneers got him for a total of 7 sacks. Damn, it was getting there. All right, all right, all right. Surgical precision. The Browns failed to contain Sanders, and the Chargers' passing offense in Los Angeles when the Bolts quarterback compiled 365 and the victory over the Browns. Lorenzo Lingard knows we're all watching, and he's putting on a show. One broken tackle after a simple out, and Jalen Darden takes it 78. Big play. Big play. Big play. Big boy, no little boys. All right. We got some teams getting back on track right now, man. I left off yesterday's Real Talk talking about, oh, my boy D West on here. What's up, big guy? Steelers in the building. The God user in the building. What's up, Torselli? Simpkins is in this bitch. We got Max Payne. We got Hitter. Okay. I seen we got the Bears user over here. I seen that. We seen both Bears user even in the Junkies league. He said the red-headed stepchild. Oh my God. All right, so anyway, fellas, what's going on with y'all, man? Hopefully everybody getting their weekends, holiday, 4th of July set up. Y'all gonna have fun and stay safe. Nothing out. Be careful, because in the midst of those firecrackers going off, niggas shoot guns too. And on 4th of July, bullets go up, they gotta come down. Remember that. Alright, so in the world of football, while you're starting to get a whole bunch of 22 information coming out, how many of y'all excited for college football, though? I know I am. Boy, you think I run Madden League good? I started with college football. Watch how that's going to go. Oh, my God. But with that being said, fellas, what's going on for the day, man? We on a good Friday. You know what I'm talking about? Good Friday for the good fellas of the RDL5 crew, man, and my Mad Franchise Junkie crew. We waiting for Max Payne to give us our first podcast show over there. Scared to death and shit. Like I ain't gonna co-host the shit with him. I've been asking him for 4 fucking weeks. Who knows though? I don't know. Maybe somebody else might want to step up and take that show. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Alright. Alright, fellas, I haven't done this type of talk in a while. I want to look, we're going to look through some players, man. We're going to go through some of the guys that have been in the league since 2021, some career stats, see who's doing what, man. I named it, the title of this, what was the title of this again? What dogs, something about dogs, what dogs look like, right? And I'm going to go through teams. I'm just going to go through a lot of teams, but we're going to do our normal stuff first. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into standings. We are waiting for a game. I think that game is being played. I would love to be able to advance the league before I really talk about games that was played. As you can see, shit getting knocked all the way out. All right, we're at the point now where the Saints-Jaguars game about to get, you know what? We ain't got time for that shit, bro.
Fitty.
All right, that shit getting hit.
Fitty. Make sure.
They ain't no. Why is that 50-50?
Or I guess yeah, he missed time, so.
That's a snake one, right?
Yeah. He missed the 6 o'clock window. It's 7:30.
Vikings get the win. Jags get the win. Bears get the win. That's it. Alright. Injuries off. I think I turned them off already. I'll check that real fast. Yep, injuries off. Remind me to turn them on. You know, I forget. So let's get the league hit, man. Let me make sure homeboy ain't on the game first, though, before he might have just got in or something. But we about an hour behind their game time schedule. Nope, he ain't even on yet. This shit's getting hit. Force advance. Going into the next week, cuz. You turn the injuries back on?
Yep.
Alright, so now I can do a complete real talk because we are in week 8 right now. Week 7 is over with right now, man. We had a few teams that was losing, getting back onto, you know, they're starting off their little winning streaks now. Got some guys winning more than one game after losing a few. Um, Big boy, no little boy. Big boy, no little boy. Big boy, no little boys. All right, so as always, baby, let's start off with the standings in the BCS. We're gonna find out who our top 10 teams are right now. So we have 2 undefeated teams left. We have the Chargers and King Falky at 7-0 on a 7-game winning streak as always. 289 points. I think, you know, that's the most points scored so far in the league. Gave up 78. Possibly could be the lowest points total given up as well. We'll go through that as well, but let me get down here. We got the Rams, man. Young Mon is out here pitting it in. 6-0 right now, and with some really quality wins right now. 49ers dropped to 6-1, pitched them in 3rd place. Took their first loss of the season, as well as the Browns took their first loss of the season. So we had a couple undefeated teams lose in those trap games. I talked about that yesterday too, man. You know how important it is to better stay focused through those trap games, man. When you undefeated, you're gonna have a game or two where it's just everything mad and gonna just go against you on everything. You gotta fight through that, man. And those that fight through it usually come out on top. But it's a hard fight, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you drop those games. Sometimes, you know, I'm fond of those games too, man, where just nothing's going your way. You don't know what the issue is, and it's called something called DDA, where they just take all the stuff you got going on, all that energy, all your morale, all the stuff that was going good for you for those undefeated games. They take it away from you and give it to the team. You'll even see the team that you're playing will get your upgrade points at the end of the game too as well. They take all that shit from you, give it to the team you're going up against, and they make you fight against the odds. That's some much shit that travels over the franchise mode as well. But the Browns dropped their first game, 5-1. We'll talk about who they played and why. These Raiders lost early, and then they just said nobody's beating me after that. They 5-1 doing what they do as always. The Bucks is back at it. He's 5-1 too. And number 6 place in the BCS, and the Colts are sitting at 5-1. Just dropped the game, but they only dropped the 7th. D West, my boy, the Cowboys been playing strong all RDL, bro. I'm really impressed with what D West been doing. And RDL, man, he's so super focused. One of the best GMs in the league and one of the best players in the league, man. Top 5 for sure during this entire RDL 5 situation. I'm very impressed with the Falcons sitting here at 9 at 4-2 right now, and then the Chiefs are at 10, 3-2-1, with a couple of teams right behind them with 4-3 losses, as you can see. So your top 10, here you go: Chiefs at 10, Falcons at 9, Cowboys at 8, Colts at 7, Buccaneers at 6, Raiders at 5, Browns at 4, Niners at 3, Rams at 2, Chargers are at 1. Division, let's see how these things looking out right now. So the Browns are still 2 games ahead of the Ravens right now, 3 games ahead of the Bengals, with the Browns, Ravens, Bengals, and Steelers. In the AFC South, you got the Colts sitting at 5-1, 2 games in front of the Jags and Texans at this point right now. And I really like this division. Will be available later. I'll be home then, and I got my mic. All right, bet, true. All right, bro, I just read that shit. I heard you, bro. Got you. I like this division this year, man. I think, Snake's active this year, and the fact that Snake's active this year makes this division competitive. You got Los, man. Los is active as well this season. And don't look at them 5 losses and be like, why are you ready to talk good about this guy? I'm ready to talk good about this guy because he's playing a full season at this point now. He's been on vacation a lot. But he's playing good games. I mean, he's taking guys to the wire. You're not just stomping him. You're not walking over him. Anytime we got guys that start off being bottom guys and getting aired, people just look at him as a stat game. When that flip starts to change, man, it's just showing me that good signs are going to happen at the latter end of our RDL 5 year. Right, I'm going into 22. He's on the upside right now, so I like this division. I don't think he's out of it, even though he had 2-5. The Texans, I think the Texans is who he is. Don't get it twisted. We didn't talk about him all last year because it was just a one-year wonder situation. The difference between the Texans is the schedule a little different. And nobody, you not sneaking up on nobody now. They know who you are. You've been spoke about so much last year that you went for a dogfight now. So you're gonna come and get guys best now because they know who you are. They seen that you can play, got a pretty good game with yours, and this is always tough to come off of one of those seasons where you playing lights out. You gotta better follow it up. It's always hard to do that, and to do it under the radar. So now you're a loud player right now. And being a loud player means you gotta better bust loud moves. Simple as that. So I like the fact that he went from pretty much losing a lot of games to right back to a 2-game winning streak right now. And the fact that this division is chipping like this right now, I'm super excited about that because the talk was Max was having a free run every year in the AFC South, no competition over there. Well, he's still sitting at 5-1, but I don't think it's a comfortable 5-1, man. He's playing a first place schedule. We got a whole bunch of dogs left on that schedule. Anything can happen. Not wishing nothing bad to happen, but I like the fact that the gap has been closed in this division. AFC South is looking really good. I'm going to talk about every last one of these teams when I get to the stat portion of the show. But with that being said, I don't think nothing's easy. Nothing comes easy over here, even though we did see the Jags get donutted by somebody over here. We ain't going to talk about that holy moly donut, though. All right, the Jets are 4-3. Mike's 3-4. Dolphins 2-4. Hillberg's 0-6. Don't let it fool you. Hillberg is just barely playing right now. He has a reason to be barely playing. But the Dolphins finally got a user over here. Black kind of had to take the rest of the disc off for right now. And we got a new user over here. I know he beat Mike 25-7 in a game that Mike had to win. So we'll see what type of player this guy is. Is he going to be a guy just as good as how Black was over here, or we'll find out within the next season or two. But I like
still up for grabs, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's a 3-man race right now. But I like the fact that Mike is sitting in second place right now. Every team in this division has won the division except for the Bills. And believe it or not, Mike's playing very, very, very good football right now. He's playing way better than he has been playing over the disc. Period, over the disc. What's your little badass one? What y'all do? Huh? Thank you. Y'all ain't do no bullshit outside, did y'all? No. Alright. I got it. So yeah, I like the fact that I like to see Shoguns on top of this division, but I would love to see Mike make the push. Nah, I'm giving it to you right now. I would like to see Mike make the push to win the division for the first time, man. And get himself into a playoff run. Every team's been in the playoffs over here except for the Bills. But they are on the upside, and the fact that he giving that running back the football like that, I'm impressed with that. It's hard to get a rookie going, and he's doing a pretty good job with that. So shout out to Mike right now, and let's see how you close out this season, bro. Can you put yourself in a situation where you finally win the division and be able to say something that everybody else over here has been able to say? I've won the division at least once. What you think, Nana? You think he can get it done this year?
Possible. You gotta win his division games.
Yeah, he gotta win them division games, man. He can't drop that Jets game. I mean, that Dolphins game. That was big. Can't drop that game, bro. You gotta come in there and knock the new guy out. Can't come in and get 25-7. Gotta come in and knock the new guy out. And if you don't succeed in knocking the new guy out, then we talk about the new guy and not you.
Yeah.
I'm sad too.
Huh? I don't know. I don't think it is. Nah, you good. Come here, Najee. You about to be mad as hell. Alright, So on to the AFC West right now. All right, so right now the Chargers 7-0. Raiders and them haven't met up yet. Then the schedule is going to be crazy because these two guys meet up late. Ice me, cuz. Appreciate you. So these two teams are going to meet up late. Chiefs and the Ravens play tonight. It's a big game right now. Circle Bar got his ass whipped by me last night. Shit dropped. His power went out right before the fourth quarter in the 49-9 game. 3-3. Circle Bar can't fuck around this year because you think you just gonna skate your way into the 7th seed. You got guys playing good right now. And don't think that tie that the Chiefs had is gonna hurt him, because it will not hurt him at all like you think it will. So this division is solid again. All four playing over here, which is cool. But you know, the Titans of this division, Titans of the league, Chargers, Raiders, their matchup is going to be very, very important coming down right now. It's a lot, huh? None? Not one. Nah, because one of them was one of them had pieces in there. I just filled up what I took out. God damn it. They weren't ready? Ain't that a bitch? I said, ain't... What, you thought I called you a bitch? Nah, why would I do that, love? I said, ain't that a bitch? Just look at her, Ray, snap on me. You see this shit? Shit don't make no sense, bro.
Just got back from vacation ready to snap.
I've been cussed out. She just got back yesterday morning. I've been cussed out 10 times already.
Damn. When she go back to work?
Right? Can't wait for her to get the fuck out of here. Alright. When the Raiders and the Chargers meet up, I think we're going to see some fireworks right now, man. Two of the top tier guys in the league, man. Where? Yeah, bring me that. Let me get that, bro. Yeah. Here, can you reach over and grab? Here, love. Thank you, baby.
Still using this cup?
Nah, you can give me another one. That shit about to fold. Yeah, it is. Can't be reusing McDonald's cups. A cup that I don't want to use. I don't know what the fuck is in here, old soda. My bad. See? I already knew it. Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, Broncos. This matchup, yo, tell me when they play, bro. Chargers and Raiders, because I think it's coming down to that.
I think it's probably gonna be late, but let me go see right now for sure. So.
Falky made a push last year, and he needed me to upset the Raiders, and I didn't, and it dropped him back down to the 5th seed. Falk's been in the 5th seed the entire disc.
Week 11.
They play week 11
and week 14.
All right, so they two important weeks, 11 and 14 for the AFC West. Are we going to finally see somebody win the division outside of T? And I think that these two guys are at that point right now. I'm gonna just say this about the Raiders, bro. He got the game down packed, bro. Like being a product of a game doesn't make you don't ever take it negative, right? Sometimes we can be assholes and make things seem negative, but he is exactly that. He's a product of the game. He understands this game, and he understands the right things to do. No matter if I say, oh, he in the meta all day long, he doing this and that. I would say this: it's very impressive what he's done this year. Very impressive. And what he's done is something we usually see Falk or me do. But I could tell you one thing that I haven't seen ever happen, where it doesn't matter any of the top guys. To beat him, you have to play a close game to beat him. I've never thought I would say this, but it's true at this point, where you either gonna play a close game with him or you're getting blown the fuck out. And it doesn't matter who it is, right? I've never been. I don't get blown out, bro. I really rarely get blown out in a video game of Madden football. I haven't been blown out since the first time I picked up the sticks to play Madden in a league, 32-man league, in Madden 17. When I ain't know how to adjust, do nothing. I ain't know nothing about the game. Just played it. Remember, I came from college football. And I haven't been blown out since 17, bro. Like blown out, blown out. And this guy can get you by 3-4 touchdowns at any moment, right? He has something that we don't have, bro. He got some things that he know that we don't know, and that's part of being a product of the game. He understands the game. He understands what the meta defenses are. He understands how to use it. He understands how to do things, right? He's really good at that. The fact that Falk hasn't been that guy to be winning the division. He usually wins his division in any league he's in right now. That says a lot. That says a lot of the growth of T. With that being said, one disc doesn't make you a legend amongst our Junkies crew. You got to do it consistently, and I think he's on the path for that right now. But I would love to see what's great happen in the latter part of this disc, where we're going to see the shift. Is it going to be a shift where the Chargers are going to win the division and win another Super Bowl, or is it going to be we just keep watching him, we all just playing, and then he wins the Super Bowl every year? Somebody has to man up and take that away, where he just doesn't completely dominate the entire RDL league, right? I think Falk is focused enough to be able to do that, right? So I'm gonna leave it at that. Chargers and the Raiders. So I like you said, week 11 and week 17, right?
Week 11, week 14.
11 and 14. I do think Falk at this point this year has to win this division this year, and I think whoever has the home field advantage is in a good situation. I'm not going to say it matters, but they're in a good situation. So I'm going to keep my eye on this division closely, because no matter what the Broncos or the Chiefs do, they still give these guys good games, especially when the Chiefs are at home against the Chargers. The Raiders and the Chiefs match up really good. It's usually 3/4 of a football game where they just locked in, and then the Raiders do what they always do, which is pull away in the fourth quarter. And then the Broncos, like he said, he sneaks into the 7th seed every year, and being there is dangerous. But I think he's on a bubble of not getting to that 7th seed at this point, because we got so many other players playing pretty good football right now. Then you just got to say this, man. Shout out to the entire league. Us in early July, bro. 32 members in the league, and out of the 32, we probably got 2 people that's not really consistently playing. That's big, bro. That's big. That's big. So shout out to everybody, man. Shout out. I was waiting for you to get on, bro. I was waiting for you to get on. I'm gonna tell you. You'll see why I was waiting for you to get on. Shout out to young Camden and this bitch. All right, so let's slide over to the north real fast. All right, so we're going to the Lions, Vikings, Bears, Packers, and if you look at the schedule and the games right now and the records right now, everybody still has a chance to win this division over here. Again, when you got 4 players over here playing all their games, that's what's liable to happen right now. I think the Packers, they are on a 4-game losing streak now. This is a little concerning to me. I think he has the only rookie quarterback that if he doesn't make the playoffs, we not going to be like looking at it like because he's the only team that got a rookie quarterback. That team wasn't in the playoffs a year before. You know what I'm saying? So he gets a little break with Arch Manning right now though, but he gotta start winning some games. Last couple scores have been very, very, very lopsided. I don't know if it's a focus thing. He be doing a million things, bro. That guy's a businessman, owns the game as well. So he does a lot of shit. So it could be a focus thing or what, but I'm never going to take the credit away from knowing that he can play this game good enough to be able to make some things happen. But at this point, he got to start winning some division games right now to clean this shit up, right? The Bears just missed a couple of games. I don't think his 4 losses are really on him right now. All of them, you know what I'm saying? I think he missed a couple of them. That's why he lost. So I still like him for this division as well. The Vikings, he's up and coming. I don't think he's completely there yet, but he's up and coming. And he's in a situation where he's 3-3 right now, bro. And he's in 2nd place. So, and then the Lions is up and down. The Lions got to get comfortable on offense to get back to the Lions took that stride, and then he capped off. He flatlined, right? He got to a level and he flatlined right to that level. If he can, he got to take that next step. The moment he take that next step, then we're gonna be talking about him always fighting over there in the NFC to get to at least the NFC Championship game. In the NFC South, all 4 teams are active right now. Again, the Saints too, the new guy in the league. It's hard to keep up to a 24-hour league that can be 12 hours at times. You know what I'm saying? So a couple of his losses, I know for a fact the last 2, maybe 3 were forced losses because he just missed in times, right? But the Bucks is playing good football right now. Shout out to Coach Carter being back. The Falcons is showing that that playoff berth last year wasn't a fluke. The Panthers are struggling. He on a 2-game losing streak after being dominant for the last couple seasons. But again, he's like the Texans. You came in the league, people forgot who you were. You haven't played with us you left Game of Thrones real early. Guys forgot who you were. Don't think Tata's been around. He's been in my league since my league started. He's part of one of the original RDL members. Believe that. But he ain't been around, so he was, coming in, and you don't really remember how he played and all that. But now your name is known. People know when the Panthers is on. They know they playing a team that's a playoff team. You're not gonna sneak past these guys now. They kind of got film on you. They watching you. Can you get through it right now? That's going to be the test there. I can't see a guy that's been in first and second place since he joined the league being in the 4th spot too much longer. But I like the Falcons right now. I think they're the hot team trending up in this division. We know Corey's potential, but is this scheduling or is this Corey locked in? Will be my question, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. He didn't really play last year, right?
But the Dow Jones effect right now is up right now on the Falcons right now. They just got pulled off a big win over the Colts, so I like that. Then we over here in the NFC East right now. The little young giant don't play as much as he should be playing. Mark is on a time zone that's different, way different than ours, but he's playing his games, right? Mark is back, but taking a couple seasons off and then being back, you're still playing catch up, and I think that's Mark's issue right now. He just haven't got comfortable with his team. He does not know who his team is, doesn't really know. He has a nasty team over here, but he really doesn't know his team yet. So I think Mark's just in that bubble where, he need to be able to play a long season to get this team under wraps. But it comes down to the football team and the Cowboys. D West has been consistent, and at the end of the day, I don't think D West capped off. I don't think he got to a level on his flat line. I think D West goes up. He hasn't been going down yet. He is very, very good, very football smart, and I love watching games when you're watching guys literally playing real football. Again, no shot to nobody or anybody that we think don't play. That's what I'm saying. I can watch a D West game, no matter who he's playing, and you're watching football. You're watching simulated football. You're watching what we make this league to be, which is the closest thing to real life as possible. You watch it because you watch him in the game making decisions and dialing up shit, or rather it's using a player and using that player well, like a Travis Etienne, and he uses him in the pass game and the run game. But I purely watch football with D West. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's enjoyable to watch. And then there's the football team. You're not going to build a better defense than him. I don't care what his record has been. I don't care if you blown him out or you might think you one of those guys. And I'm saying, wow, you just saying that because it's Hitter, that's your boy. Nah. One of the best defenses in the league. He built it. It's his defense. Hitter's problem is flat out this. Decision making on offense. That's what it comes down to. And the moment he get comfortable and decision making on offense will be the moment he gonna take D West to the wire and win this division. I promise you. But until then, you're losing games from dumbass decisions. Simple as that. You're making dumb decisions and play calling on offense, and that is the reason why you haven't took that step to be a 12-2 team or 11-3 team or 11-4, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm trying to say. To be one of those guys where you're not just in the 7th or 6th seed. You're actually winning your division and you're playing for the 2nd seed third seed or fourth seed type shit. And he's there. The team is built to be able to do all that. He just gotta get it figured out. He added 6'8" to his repertoire. That tight end is very, very dangerous. I'm waiting for him to put a football game together where we see the run game is the feature of the football team, because you know that defense is so good, but they're on the field so much because of turnovers from the quarterback. And that defense plays too much football. They're probably playing 70% of the game. And if you can get those guys, you know, off the field and resting a lot more and putting long drives together, instead of out here throwing the ball 60 times a game, run the ball some more. And the moment you got the fastest running back in the league, and the moment you start running the football with that guy, and you got that big, insane 265-pound guy, you got to get going. You get these guys going, you stop the turnovers, you cut them down, and now you let your defense win you ball games, and your offense is not losing you ball games. And when that happens, he's going to give D West a run for his money. And it's going to be hard because D West is still trending up right now. D West is trending up, not on the field, through the GM in the off seasons. He wins every year right now in the off season. Let's get to the NFC West. Now the West is crazy because this was our best division, but we got 2 guys playing out of 4. Simple as that. So it comes down to, Nano, can you get over the hump of the Rams? Because he's in the way. He's not going to wow you out with play calling and designing shit and hot route mastering you or whatever. He's not going to all right, Nano, play cover 4 too much. Let me dial up these cover 4 beaters. He's going to video game the death out of you and do it at a very high level. Can you get over that? That's the hump right there. Can you get over a guy that know how to play the video game? Simple as that. He's his brother. Simple as that. He's his brother. You got older brother who's the fucking veteran of the video game, and then you got younger brother who plays extremely like his brother, and he's not that far off from it, and at any moment can play in the Super Bowl. So I like y'all 2 over here. It sucks that we don't got Hollywood's attention and Boone's attention, because this division is the best division in our league. And this is the division that, out of all the ones I showed so far, this is the only division that's not healthy enough playing. What I mean by that is 4 strong playing, at least 3 strong playing right now. Shit, Hollywood done posted a whole nother game in our league and ain't played 3 games over here this year. His pattern's the same, bro. If he starts off 1 win, 3 losses, he ain't playing the rest of the year. He's busy and he's gonna play all other games in other leagues. And that's what I wanted to talk about with my boy Young Camden. I put a lot of pressure on him myself. I don't know if he took the pressure or not, but I felt like I put a lot of pressure on him, because I think we got that y'all the next tier. You, Nano, Max, you guys are the next wave of our league. You got the veterans in the league, not because of how we play, just our seniority of being in the league. That next wave comes in far as game playing and the next wave, and then you got the new guys coming in that seem like they a little hungrier than y'all are. So I put that pressure on y'all because of that reason. But we know who a man and who not through what they doing in their leagues. So let me tell you like this: if I slide over to the north and I go look at the Steelers, I respect him more than anybody in the league. He's like how Mark is with me, how I would take him in my league before I take a lot of guys. I don't care about what his record look like. I don't care about that. I care about a guy that can pick up the sticks, don't duck no games, don't miss no games, play all his games, no matter if he winning or losing, is respect. Because that means you ain't got no bitch in you. That means you ain't gonna quit when things going bad for you. Right? That means shit ain't working out for you, you're not gonna quit. That means there's always room for growth with these type of players. So then I ask myself, the Bengals are sitting at 1-4-1 right now. I know he's better than that record. He knows he's better than that record. But is he a guy that's going to be on some, man, 22 about to drop, fuck it, I'm done playing? Or he going to fight through that shit so when 22 do drop, he back playing the way he's supposed to be playing? But the pressure on you right now. So you said you was going to be the 7th seed this season. You're going to make it to that. Let's see that shit happen, because I do think the pressure is on you. It's time for you to start showing who you really are. I don't know how you get to that level. I don't know. Only you know. But I know you have the team to do it now, so that's not going to be the escape route right now. Whereas my team, nope, you got the team now. Nobody want to hear that shit. The team is there. Now you got to put it together, and you got to take them steps to put it together. And it starts with, you already know what we talked about. What it start with. But I'm ready to see that change, and you got about 3 seasons to do it before we go into 22. But it gotta happen. It gotta happen to take that next step, or you gonna find guys that came in after you jumping in front of you. So are you up for that type of challenge? I think he is. I definitely think he is. And I don't see no quitting this guy at all. And I don't see him, not making the playoffs before we get out of RDL. I don't see it. I see him getting in that bitch. He already had made it, but I can see him getting in it. And then once he get that taste of it, it'll start being a consistent thing. Remember how I went for you, Nano? Getting air 60 points, and then you got a little playoff taste, and then all of a sudden now it becomes, now if you don't make the playoffs, you had a bad season.
Yeah, or something wrong. Hey, what the hell? Like, what's going on?
It's the work you put in. It's the work you put in, though. No matter how you putting it in, it's the work you put it in. You know what I'm saying? And like I told the Steelers, the same thing. You can't be a guy that get off work, hop on, play your game. You gotta spend time with your team in my league. If you don't, you're really just gonna get left behind. You got to. My league is not like any other league. All right, it's not, and I'm not bragging, not saying I got the best league in the world and all that, although I do think that, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the way we are over here is that we real personal with our teams, and because of that, we're in practice mode a lot. We're always trying to take that next step, so you can't hop on and just hop on and play your game. You have to give yourself some time to get prepared, to maybe watch your opponent, see what they doing. Whatever the case may be, you got to find a way. A lot of you guys play football or coach football in real life, and you got to approach this game like that if you're in my league. If you don't approach my league like that, you're going to forever be a guy that just enjoy playing in my league, but who wants to continue to play in the league and not turn that shit into some wins? Simple as that. And I think that's some of the guys' issue, and I'm going to tell you why. The Panthers, my cousin, I always say this to him. You hop on, you play your game. That's that. Eventually, that's going to catch up to you, and you're going to start losing games because you're not engaged with your team. Got to know everything. You got to look at what your guys' abilities are, understand those abilities. There's so much you got to do to be able to be successful in a Junkies league, period. With that being said, buddy, I want to go slide over here and check out some of these teams. And I'm going to go through some teams individually, and we're just going to talk about stats and where they at and what they got going on right now. I'm going to go... We're gonna start from the Vikings and go back. All right. So Khalid Williams was the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He's playing his 4th season right now. He's 3 years experience, but he's in season 4. Overall, Nano, through his little 3-4 seasons right now, would you say he's a quarterback in this league?
No, not elite. He hasn't shown me a lot to call him elite. Throwing more picks than touchdowns every single season.
Except for this one so far.
Yeah.
1260, 12-9. I'm not mad at that at all. 63%. Not mad at that at all. He has the weapons surrounding him right now. So when you got the weapons surrounding your team right now, last year his formula was be John Robinson. This year it's not working out. Again, when you're doing something with a player and you playing guys a certain way, the following year or the next time they play you, they're not going to give that to you. So what's your next step? Right now, 105 carries, 391 yards, 3.7 yards to carry, 2 rushing touchdowns. That right there has to get that got to go up tremendously. He got to get to about 5 yards to carry with this running back. And he has to be able to put the football in the end zone, in the red zone with this running back. That takes pressure off your quarterback. That stops him from throwing more picks and touchdowns. Simple as that. Now, you built the receiver into one of the better receivers in the league, Khalid Burton. For the last 2 seasons, this guy has been an animal. You got one of the better receivers in this league, too, George Pickens, that just wasn't really used But this guy's legit because he's 99 across the board except for speed, right? But this is a great possession receiver. You got the weapons over here. I mean, Irv is still playing. Irv Smith Jr. is up here playing. You got Amari Rogers. You picked up Keon Graves. This was a speed demon right here, and Jimmy Callaway's pretty fast right now. So you got the weapons surrounding your quarterback. Remember, his weapons and protection when you come down to your quarterback. It's time to take that next step. The moment the Vikings start looking at his division games as that's the most important situation before anything else. Got to start winning your division games. At least splitting, and you got to sweep somebody over there. Like, just got to, right? But again, we're early in stats right now. 32 catches for Khalid Burton, 322 yards. He averaged 10 yards a catch, 53.7 a game, 3 touchdowns. Pickens is activated right now, 17 for 292, 3 touchdowns. His tight end is in the building with 4, and Amari Rogers with 2. So offensively, I think they, they're right there. They're solid. Nothing extraordinary, but solid. On the defensive side of things, you look at, as a whole, are they getting turnovers? So we look over here and we see, I mean, we've got a whole lot of guys that have an interception, but the numbers aren't really tremendous, you know what I'm saying? So you got guys with one player with these numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 INTs, 9 INTs, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, 9 INTs. Now, are you getting to the quarterback on defense? You got Dallas Turner, who I think is the underrated DN in this league, 4 of them. Andre Anthony from year 1, 3.5. You got Christian Harris that you picked up from the Cowboys in the trade, 3. Janarius Robinson, Florida State stand-up, FSU, 2.5. And then Mateo, the rookie, Ugalele, 2 of them. So you get into the quarterback. Not at a outrageously high rate, but you are getting pressure to the quarterback right now. So I think the turnovers got to step up a little bit. Who's leading the team in tackles? The veteran Christian Harris from Alabama, 32. Overall, again, we're young. We're in week 8 right now. I think he got, productive numbers. But I think they got to get turnovers, and the more turnovers, then they're giving up. Simple as that. And we got to get that running back going over here. Would you agree with me there? The running back got to get going for him to get back to almost making the playoffs.
100%, yes.
All right.
He should definitely have more touchdowns in the end zone than 2 right now. But
I mean, you turn Khalid Burton into an elite receiver. At this point, he should be working on a rookie right now. That guy isn't. Let's just take a look at this rookie again real fast. He got him a really good receiver right here at 6'2", 180 pounds. Keon Graves, right? Just ratings alone. Yep. 96 speed, 96 excel. He came in with elite speed right away. 94 special catch, 94 jump. This guy's pretty solid, man. I would do whatever you did with Khalid Burton. You got to do it with him. If you can get this guy, you might not have a season as Khalid Burton, but if you could get him, I would put him whatever you do with Khalid, I would put him in those situations. And you get him developed, by the time we get to week 10, you're in a situation right now. And if you was using him for the first 8 weeks, that 85 would be a 90 overall already, because he probably came out close to that 85. So with that being said, you got to get this guy going. Get him going. You can help your offense out tremendously. Because when guys lock in on you, they want to shut your run down and then shut a receiver down, not receivers. And once you can change that, we're in a good situation right now. All right, so let's slide on down, get out of the AFC and all that, and let's get to the Bears. Now, he played at a super high level. He came into the league last year with the old Bears coach already playing at a high level. And then he just took over and never really turned it around. Corey Stanley has arrived. He is who he is now. He's definitely a good quarterback in his league. Look, 70% completion, man. That's always great to have. 14 touchdowns versus 8 INTs. We can stand on that. What is the run game looking like over here? And it's going to catch up to you. The Bears succeeded last year without having a 1,000-yard running back. But the passing game, they had a whole bunch of weapons. Even Will Shipley out the backfield was a problem in the passing game. He had three receivers over 1,000 yards. His top 2 receivers and his tight end all was over 1,000 yards. Very productive on offense, right? But that next step is, Will Shipley a back that can get 1,500 yards, 20 plus touchdowns on the ground? Because if that happens, then he takes a leap. He takes a next step. The Bears as a whole, he takes a next step into his offense. Right now, what I saw so far, you just got to stop the quick play, the check downs, it's almost like a West Coast style offense. If you stop that, and you focus on that, I think you could pretty much put him in a situation. But if he can add that great run game to it, go back to the Montana days when he had Roger Craig and Tom Rathman coming out the backfield. Rathman was a fullback that damn near was 1,000-yard back, but caught the ball very well out the backfield. Well, E.J. Smith is not here. That was somebody he let go that was more of a receiving running back than Will Shipley is. Even though Will Shipley is white chocolate, that's Christian McCaffrey, the poor man's Christian McCaffrey right now. I do think he got a better 1,000-yard runner, 1,000-yard receiver. He could do that out of this running back, get him 1,000. I think he could play for a Super Bowl again. Simple as that. But he got to get the run game going. And you got rid of a good running back. I don't know if you picked up another one.
Nah,
it doesn't look like it.
David Montgomery still.
Right. All right. So Will Shipley should get all the damn touches at the end of the day, right? And before we get to week 9, week 10, I would go find me a backup running back. I don't know if you gotta make a trade for it, something. You got to get another back over here, because not having another back over here takes away from Will Shipley being super great, because you can line him up in the slot, do all types of things over here. So I would like to see this run game going 3.4 yards a carry right now, and in a league where, you know, in a disc where running is like easiest thing to do at this point for the most part. You got to get that up a little bit. 33 yards a game on the ground ain't gonna cut it. But then we get to this receiver stuff, you already know what's going on over there. Atwell going dummies right now. The tight end is right back at it again. You got Darnell Mooney active right now, but Justin Ross has fell down a little bit. 19 catches, 272, 2 touchdowns. Again, Will Shipley with 28 catches out the backfield. So I know what I'm talking about. His running back guy is the second, third, 1, 2, 3, fourth receiver on this team for the most part, right? What I think you need to do, though, is get Justin Ross. He got to get back to playing how he played last year with Atwell. And then you got a Jim sitting over here, and Corey Stanley, superstar receiver. That's a slot guy that can you know, do some things over there. So can we get him active? But offensively, we know his game goes through his passing game. So again, can he get 1,500, 20 touchdowns as a rusher? And if he does that, I think he's going back to the NFC Championship. Simple as that. Now defensively, he got some solid names over there. Derek Davis Jr. from LSU, pretty solid. Tyson Campbell had a great year last year. All 3 of his corners played really well last year. Campbell, Okudah, and Ellis, all of them. Todd McShay reporting for duty. What's up, kid? Where were you at? You ain't in the chat. You ain't in the crew chat. What's going on, cuz? But again, these guys are still playing. Let's see what they're doing in the INT section right now. All right, so again, Derek Davis Jr. He now you know he got to be a true safety, so he can't be in the box and all that. So this is him back deep. Okudah is right back at it. Tyson Campbell, Jalen Johnson played really well for him last year. I think he had him playing a lot more safety than corner. Who's this Henry Kirkley guy? Got him a guy that can play in that box right now. All right, again, so 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 picks in 8 games, not bad. They got one of the top pass rushers in the league, 3.5 sacks. Chris Bogle stepping up 2. You got 1, and then a half a sack. All right, so try to get to the quarterback a little more right now, but right now turnovers and all that. So the defensive side, you got one of the, if not the best DN in the league, Gregory Rose, who's played at a high level since he's been a Bear. Period. No matter who was the coach over there, this guy has been consistently one of the best players on his defense right now. So I think with the Bears, it just comes down to, can you run the ball? Can you get a rusher for 1,500, 20 plus touchdowns? I think that keeps you back in the running to play in the NFC Championship. All right, let's get to these Bengals right now. Now the Bengals, to me, I do think he played really good defense already. Before I even get back over there to his offense, Tim Stewart, at the end of the day, bro, has been making a name for himself since he's been in the league. He's been flirting with that top 5 corner in the league his entire career. I love it. I love the my player. I love the Camden, New Jersey kid doing what he do. Isaiah Bolden, one of Deion kids. He picked up Trayvon Moorich again. Marcus Johnson over here, right end, another CMD kid. How you get a pick at right end? He over here picking the ball off too. So he getting the turnovers. What about getting to the quarterback? So the fact that Carl Lawson is 48 years old and got 5 sacks right now, Xavier Carter, so he getting to the quarterback too. Peyton Page is starting to step up, and then the rookie, he addressed that D line like he was supposed to, and he did exactly that. So the defense is ready to go, bro. Like not mad at this defense at all. But here we go, 5-star. At the end of the day, this is the problem. 5-star got to play way better than this right now. 798, 19 interceptions, 6 touchdowns, 51%. I blame this solely on him not being comfortable with that receiving core. Simple as that. You did a lot with Justin Ross last year. Not Justin, Jonathan Ross, right? Jonathan Ross is who he is, right? You did a lot with Jonathan Ross last year. Brought him back to life. As a veteran receiver in this league, he lost his abilities, and you played at a high level with him and got him back to a superstar. So it should start there first. Run game is what it is. Mafia is used to rushing 400 yards a game. It's still what it is right now. You do have a solid backup there, so I'm not concerned with the run game. It comes down to right now. Who is the 3 to 4 guys right now? It is no way Marvin Harrison Jr. should only have 7 catches on the year right now. No way. He sat over there on the Jaguars getting wasted away. You made a trade for a really, really, really good receiver, bro. And you got to get him activated. No. Is he going to blow the top off of defense? No. But is he going to go get the 50-50 ball? Yes. Can he make all the tough possession catches? Yes. He's gonna do all that, right? So you got to get him involved right now. Ross is at this point at 30 plus years old, been in the league for 10. Of course you got to use him because you brought him back to life. I don't know who your number 1 is. I don't even think John Ross is your number 1 receiver. But like I'm trying to figure it out over here, and I think until you get this part figured out, who are your top 4 weapons at receiver? Who is your go-to man when you need a first down? And I don't think you're using the right player as that guy, because it should be Marvin Harris or the tight end. We know who he is. He played well for you his entire career with you. But I do think you got to get it going in the passing game, and it starts with the quarterback and you finding out your best group of receivers on the field at all times. Who is it? Who is it? You know what I'm saying? Who's the guy that consistently runs the receiving room? Fix that. Fix the turnovers. Then you fix your losses and they turn into wins. Simple as that. Mike over here. All right, so I'm gonna tell you all about Mike. You're not gonna build a better team than him because it starts like this. He understands how to build in this league. You're never gonna have more money than him because he understands contracts. From him being a loser, no disrespect, but for him being a loser and not trading away, he's always gonna pick in the top 10. Right? But then Mike has the gift to know how to develop a guy. Ask yourself this: how does a guy that barely win 3 games a year develop a team to look like Mines, Falks, or the upper echelon type teams in the league with no help, nothing, by himself? So Mike's a guy that can sit in the top 10 and draft a stud every round, every year, but he's going to develop those guys too. Now, it's not going to be at an accelerated rate like some guys, but he's good enough at developing. He understands all the key things to do already, so he's going to always have a good team on the field right now. But another thing is this: you cannot win ball games 59% completion and 18 interceptions versus 7 touchdowns. You got to find a way to limit the turnovers, and usually that starts with the run game. So here we go. 84 carries for the rookie, 331, 3.9 yards a carry, 6 touchdowns. So this is my problem with that. You go get a dog rookie, I understand that, but this is the guy. Here's why. He's already an X Factor. He's on the best developments that everybody put their guys on, right? And he rushed for 1668 last year, 5.4 and 13 touchdowns. Just to go away from your best offensive weapon because you have a rookie is not the way to do it right now. Now, surprisingly, you are winning games, 3-4 right now. But Chris Tyree should be your featured player, and a rookie should be being carried in. He should be your backup running back. Not saying he can't get the ball anywhere between 10 to 15 times a game, but if you're giving him the ball 10 to 15 times a game, then Chris should get it 20 times a game. Simple as that. And if that happens, you might not be playing the football you want to play, but you don't throw 18 interceptions. It goes hand in hand. Simple as that. Your best weapon is on the sideline in the backup role right now when he's supposed to be the starter. I don't need to show nothing else. Simple as that. Nothing else, because your defense is built good enough to be able to play for you. The AI going to do a lot for you, and then you have to be able to get your user together to be able to complement the fact that you got a really built team. But it starts here. Switch to running backs. Number one running back should be the guy who's your best weapon on your team, which is Chris Tyree. And then you bring the bruiser in. You let him work. Maybe let him work in the red zone. But you can still get that guy 10 to 15 carries as long as Chris Tyree is getting the ball 20 times. Simple as that. And now you're not throwing the ball to the other team all game long. Broncos. So Garantano has worn out his welcome here as a starter in Mile High Stadium, right? AJ Duffy comes in and breathes new life. Sometimes nothing's wrong with getting a change, and here's what it comes down to. I'm probably way overdue for not playing Lamar anymore and going to another quarterback. I bet should have did it. I should have probably did it 14, maybe three seasons ago. Sometimes getting another player at a position that you think you already got that player at can make you focus in and play a different football. VI, ready? Shedeur Sanders comes in for Justin Herbert. Falky wins the Super Bowl that year, not through Shedeur throwing the ball, because he had that new quarterback. He focused in on playing better football with that quarterback, taking less risks, ran the ball in the playoffs, ran himself to a Super Bowl, right? I think you're in that situation with AJ Duffy. I like it. 1,702 yards, 17 touchdowns, 16 picks, 61%. A rookie can get away with that. But the rookie is under more pressure than any other rookie in the league because he's taking over for a guy that's sitting on your roster who's been the 7th seed damn near most of this year, this real draft, right? Most of the season. So since 21, you've been the 7th seed. This guy's been a playoff guy. No matter if he winning playoff games or not, he's gotten the Broncos to the playoffs a lot more than he did, right? So now you put the pressure on this guy to do so. Are you going to play smart football with him, though? Right now, you're on the borderline with 17 touchdowns, 16 picks. You get away with it because you're a rookie. 283.7 yards a game. You had one of the best rookie receivers last year, if not the best rookie receiver last year. But here we go. It's going to sound like I'm saying the same thing for a lot of these teams, but you don't get a guy like 5-star John Emery Jr. and not get him going. And that's the difference right now with Bop. He's starting to run this kid. The problem is you don't have nothing to spell him right now. There's no another running back over here. Maybe Sam Ham, man. I don't know. Who knows? And yo, Bop, stop changing player names, bro. This ain't the league for that, too. All that Rod Jr. Johnson shit. So don't be changing no player names in this league, bro. It's real draft for a reason, bro. Don't be just making up shit, changing niggas' names, bro, for real. But anyway, I don't know who this guy is, but he ain't. Oh, superstar Sam, man. Who the fuck is this? You gonna change his name too?
I don't know who that is.
Did he ask for this guy to be put on Superstar or something? Because how the fuck he on Superstar?
Nope, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I'm Sam, man. Who the fuck is this? Oh, how old is he?
23.
Who is this? See, this is the shit I'm talking about, bro. You always doing something. Who the fuck is this, bro? Ain't nobody in my league come out and ain't no Sam, man.
No idea.
Niggas is terrible. I'm not even talking about your dumbass team. Anyway, here we go. Over here. Akil Glass. Let's see how many. Akil been in the league for 5 years. He's been a starter for 3.
Yeah.
safe football. He hasn't had a 1,000-yard rusher, I don't think, since what's the big boy that just got out that retired? He ain't on the game no more. Nick Chubb. Can he? I mean, again, it starts with the run game, bro. I mean, this guy can throw the ball. One thing he's really good at is going to go get those 50-50 footballs. And he's also good at picking apart a zone. You sit in zone on him, he's going to tear your ass up. I will say that about my boy Drew and these dirty ass Ohio boys over here. But you gotta figure it out. You got 3 really good running backs over here and a mean fullback because you drafted George Pettaway, who's not bad at all as a rookie. But you need to better get to that Nick Chubb numbers again, where you get somebody rushing for 1,000 yards over here. Somebody. At the end of the day, bro, this guy, I can't really say too much about him. Offensively, defensively, he's a great GM. He puts a really good team together. I do want to see some more play out of the running backs. He got one of the better tight ends in the league in Elijah Arroyo. Really, really good. The receiving core is solid too. Tamron Terry really never panned out to be what I thought he was going to be. Troy Franklin's a really big name over here. I like him too. Peyote, a speed demon. Again, this guy offense it is what it is. He can move the ball up and down the field on any of us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at that. Defensively, he's kept it going. You got rid of one of the best corners in the league. Chad Surratt has always been a monster since day one over here. It just comes down to getting over the hump. Can you take that next step in the playoffs? Simple as that. Because at this point, I don't see him not making the playoffs. He's damn near in the playoffs every year. I don't think he ever even missed a playoff game. He's going to create turnovers, through whether it's fumbles or interceptions, and he gets to the quarterback. Miles getting up there, but he was smart enough to move him to D-tackle to extend his career. And look, 5 sacks on the year right now. Tyreek Smith has always been a high sack guy. And you got guys running around. Bishop Gorman, little brother. He made a power move and moving a really good outside linebacker to the DN, and it worked out for him. So at the end of the day, all it comes down to the Browns is this: can you take that next step, win the division, and win in the playoffs? Simple as that. Corey. Here we go. Let's talk about it. You know his quarterback's one of the top passers in the league. Look at it. 21 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 73 points percentage right now, 326.7 yards a game, and he's only been sacked 8 times. When I tell you when Corey's locked in, he can throw the ball with the best of them. There's a few guys in the league that separate themselves with throwing a football, with reading defenses, with reading coverages, with putting their guys in situations where they throwing the ball where they supposed to, and they dissecting you, and they doing some things to you, and you can't figure out what the fuck they stressing you out, and they doing it through the passing game, and he does it through the passing game without a running game, right? Sitting at 5-1. Now that same attitude is the reason why he hasn't got over the hump and made it to a Super Bowl in the NFC right now. Again, I told a guy this in 2020. The moment you start running the ball is the moment you play in multiple Super Bowls. And it happened for the guy, I ain't going to say his name, but it happened for that guy. He started running the football, and the moment he started running the football, he played in 6 Super Bowls. All right? Corey doesn't run the ball at all. Simple as that. He just doesn't run the football over here at all. He runs just to half because, all right, I got to run this down, fuck it. Like, he doesn't make his running back the feature of his offense at all. And the moment he does that, he's going to be in the Super Bowl, and he's going to represent the NFC over there. Simple as that. The other thing he has a problem with that I don't really think he does really well is you shouldn't steal Derwin James at this point. I mean, that's your guy. You get away with Derwin James because he's playing linebacker and really not free safety. You picked up a couple of guys. I'm not mad at that. But when you look at your roster as a whole, this guy shouldn't be important anymore. You know what I'm saying? Dean, he's way past his shit. Like, it's too many real players over here for a real draft league. You get what I'm saying? It's too many of the original Madden players that's still on this team right now. That veteran shit go out the door when we get to 6, 7, 8 seasons in. These guys are just a waste of space right now. You miss windows to use these guys as trade pieces and building your team. So Corey's issue is this: fight through your fucking losses and stop. I'm getting tired of guys with these excuses of why they not playing games. And when it comes down to your energy just not there, you're not winning. Simple as that. I've been going through it for the last 8 days. I've been almost put myself on auto for the rest of the season. Now, look, damn, I'm the commissioner of the league and I ain't playing. Because I'm mad I'm losing. I mean, we go through it, but you got to fight through that shit. You know, fight through that shit. You take a couple seasons off, and what happens is your team look like this. Now, you're good enough to rebound from that shit, but your team look like this. You're in the chat bitching when you play us, talking about I got too many stars running around versus y'all stars, superstars, and X Factor. Well, you would have those superstars and X Factors if you were playing your games and not mad that you were losing, and simple as that. So until he lock all the way in, which it seems like he is right now, and Corey changes things over here. And if you got the Bucks playing at a high level, you got a high NFC. Simple as that. So what Corey we gonna get? Boone not playing right now. We know Falky. Falky at this point. This the first league I ever seen Falk keep an entire team together like this. And let's just be real, it's kept together like this because of the Raiders. Simple as that. Falky would look like me. Good team, great team, one of the better teams in the league. But he will be traded. Like a lot of his players will be all over the place. This guy still got more of the original players that he drafted in 21 and 22 are still on his football team. That tells me he's locked in. He is not trying to blow his team up and have to reset his roster. None of that shit. He is locked in because he has something in his way, and that's the Raiders. Simple as that. I don't got to look through stats, numbers. We know he's one of the, fuck that. We know he's the best passer in our league, right? We know that. You know he's going to put a great team on the field. He just got to crack the Da Vinci code that we all trying to crack, which is the Raiders. Simple as that. And that's his only flaw because, I mean, at this point, he's dominated me in this league as well. So at the end of the day, it just comes down to that. This roster is well kept, and it's poised for that breakout to be able to. He already got to the Super Bowl. He already won a Super Bowl, but that's not enough for a guy of his caliber. So he got to be able to crack that Da Vinci code when it comes down to the Raiders. Simple as that. Chiefs. Let's take a look at what he's doing on defense. Are they getting turnovers? 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Are we getting to the quarterback? In fact, who is your pass rusher? You did make the trade for Tycon Graham. I just think he's doing a good job putting his team together, and a lot of his issues is the focus of playing and not playing. When he was in college, he was on everything. When he's home, lifestyle changed a little bit. Got things he got to get done. Simple as that. But I love his offense right now, man. He's in a situation right now. Jeff Sims, the best move that I've seen somebody make in a long time was this move right here, Jeff Sims. Got himself a dual threat quarterback over there. That's very, very, very much mobile. Could do some things on the ground. 65% completion, 11 and 10 touchdowns. Okay, 11 touchdowns, 10 picks. He's only been sacked 6 times, like that. Rushing wise though, Lingard is in the building now. This is what I've been waiting for, because we got that flash season where he was just wilding, and then it was like, what happened to him? Now he's back. He got this guy playing at a high level. There you go. You got that, and then you got a dual threat quarterback and a great pair of backup. So you good right here in the run game. And then he put together a receiving core that's now ready to play football. Now all it comes down to is Jeff Sims growing with his weapons. And do he have protection, right? Because Michael Martinez, I'm sorry to say, this is the best tight end in the league. Sorry, T. Eric All is the man, but this is the best tight end in the league. He comes full circle back around with Jalen Darden. He got a young kid in Trey Carroll, 6'5" freak. Dante Thornton, 6'5" freak. So when the Chiefs started off, they played with all these Hollywood Brown, Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman, 5'11", 5'10" guys. They flipped the script, and now they playing with the big boys with speed. Thornton, 6'5". Check him out. 96 speed, 96 excel, 97 jumping, right? Athletic as shit. Trey Carroll, 6'5", 225, big body, right? Check him out. 95 speed, 94 excel, 98 special catch, 97 jumping. So we got some guys you can play the 50-50 game with, and that tight end is a monster at 6'6", right? Probably the fastest tight end in the league. And then you got the little slot demon. Here's your Tyreek Hill. He's still there, right here, right now. I like this offense. And then Reek still here. I know he ain't getting the ball. Reek about to drop down to a fucking normal like a motherfucker, but it just comes down to getting over the hump of your division right now. You got to be able to pit the Chargers and the Raiders in a situation where you can split with them guys. and you can't come in fourth place anymore. There's no way Circle Bob should continue sneaking in to the playoffs in the 7th seed and coming in third in y'all division. He should be trying to get the second. Falk should be trying to get the first. You should be trying to get the third. You feel me? You see that, Will? And as simple as that. So lock in now. Just don't lock in until after we play. After, you can do whatever you want, as long as you don't lock all the way in while we play. After that game, then you be that guy. But I like his offense. My question really would be over here would be what that offensive line look like. Are we loaded a little bit? Like what it look like? I mean, 3 sacks is only the highest given up. They're not getting to your quarterback at all. So that's a good sign right now. I like the Chiefs. I like what they're doing over there. Colts. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a guy that, you know, gonna have a full season with Justin Fields now. 13 touchdowns, 6 picks. He just took his first loss. Damn near 70% on the season right now. Can Justin Fields be your field general? Can he lead your team? Your way though. You know what I'm saying? Like not Lamar Jackson's way, not the Ravens' way, your way. Can you make Justin Fields play like Justin Fields supposed to play? Because he's not the dual threat like Lamar. He's not that dual threat like a Kyler Murray. He's a guy with tremendous speed, Cam Newton size as far as weight, right? But he's really a thrower of the football. Can you show us you can win games with Justin Fields as the field general? Simple as that. I don't need to say nothing else. Everything else is doing what it do. You go look at his defense. I'm quite sure they get into the turnovers. You're not 5-1 without getting turnovers, right? So we get into the turnovers, as you can see. Now he had one of the better down linemen in the league with Kwity Paye. He got Aaron Donald's younger nephew sitting right here. That D line is stout. Can they get to the quarterback some more? That'll be my only question right now. And then over here at receiver, who is your guy? Is it Baldwin? Is it Barner? Is it White Mike? Kyle Pitts? To me, you're underachieving with Kyle Pitts. You haven't had a dominant year with him since season 1. And this is one of the best weapons in the league. And you go pick up a tight end that could play with his hand in the dirt, that could do everything. Block, got the speed to go up and down the field, but he could play true tight end. And I don't think you realized with the fact that all you got to do is click on now and animate before the next man, what type of weapon Kyle Pitts really could be with you. He doesn't have to be a tight end for you. This guy should be playing out. I haven't said it 3 seasons straight. I should be seeing him as your number 1 receiver. He should be in the slot. He should be the number 2 receiver. You can do so much with this guy with a Justin Fields on the field, along with this type of weapon at tight end / the let's just not call him a tight end. Let's just call him the weapon X. 12 catches ain't gonna cut it, bro. It's just not. You got to get this shit done over here. And I think when you figure out that and give it your own twist and play Justin Fields isn't Russell Wilson. Who is Justin Fields really like? To me, because this is one of my favorite quarterbacks, right? As y'all know, everybody's seen him run the 4.4, so you know he can run, but he ain't really that guy. That's, you know, it's not that type. It's not a Mike Vick type runner. It's not. He kind of more like, I don't want to say right. You know who Justin. You know who he played like. What's the guy that died that got killed by his side piece for the Tennessee Titans? What's that quarterback's name? Old quarterback. Fuck. Somebody give me his name. Oh my God, Steve McNair. There you go, right there. That's who Justin Fields play like and that's who I think he models in the NFL. And if you go watch Steve McNair highlights and then go turn on some Justin Fields film, then you understand what I'm saying. So if you can get him to play like that and then use Weapon X as who he's supposed to be all over the field, like you're gonna see in real life with the Falcons with him, I think you take that next step and you be playing in the AFC Championship game. You get past the wild card, you win your division game, and you playing T in the AFC or Falk in the AFC or even me in the AFC or the Browns. You know what I mean? One of those teams. But I think until you get that the Indy raid going, that's when that next step goes on. I'm not going to talk about D West because I already did. We know what D West is, right? Dolphins, new team. Eagles, I already spoke on. Falcons. I think the Falcons is in the situation. Shalik Knox, I love to see this. Got a rookie receiver balling. 32, 540, 6 touchdowns right now. Diami Brown still playing pretty good. I'm quite sure T proud of that. Over here in the run game, you do got good running backs over here. 75 carries, 318 rushing yards. I mean, we could probably do a little better there, but again, it's early in the season right now. Defensively, who's the guy over here? Another one of T guys is over here balling out. Gabe Dell stepping up that corner with 5 picks. Paris Ford been doing this for all his career. Nick Waite too. So we getting some turnovers over here. Cool with that. 6 sacks. DeMarvion Lil is playing like a monster right now. Will Anderson, since he's been here, has been balling out too. So the Falcons, I told y'all he's trending up, period, right? Can he continue to develop himself and to keep trending up? Does the Falcons have the will to fight through a slump? Because you're going to go through a slump where you lose 2 in a row, might even lose 3 in a row. Can you fight back through that shit and continue to keep yourself trending up? Niners is going to give you the same look on D because he's comfortable with his defense, and you're not going to better just do whatever you want to his defense. Simple as that. The fact that Kenny Fletcher got 7 sacks as a rookie tells you how strong Joey Bosa is at D tackle. Simple as that. But this is impressive because we thought that we was going to see this with the Bosa brothers. Remember, Bosa brothers was over here at D ends, both of them. And we never even seen this type of shit happening. Now that Joey's at D tackle, you're solid there. And you get JT, who was one of the top DNs in his draft class. And then Kenny Fletcher, who was one of the top DNs in his draft class. 6 and 7 right now. Like, that's mean. That's mean. They get into the quarterback. So right now, they disrupting guys serious. And that front 4 for the 49ers is disrespecting the league right now. This is nuts. You're not going to find 2 to 3 teams that look like that sack-wise. And they getting turnovers. With old man Ward traded the linebacker Savell Small from the Colts. Daxton Hill stepping. Carl Dorsey from last year stepping. Jair Alexander stepping. So they getting the turnovers over here. So do I need to say anything else but what we got going on offense right now? Metcalf and T Black. I'm not mad at these numbers. I think they pretty solid. Now, DK Metcalf is starting to fall off. He's too old to not have him looking like this right now. Because he's going to lose his abilities if you don't get him going. 3 veteran receivers over here. Bottom line, the 49ers got to better show us he can pass when they count. And what I mean by that is it comes down to it. He gonna run with the best of them. He's one of the best running backs, if not the 1 or 2 best runner in the league. We know what his run game can do. We know that. But can you take that next step in the passing game to be able to win? So bottom line, you get to the NFC Championship game, you lose that game because you can't throw the football. It didn't have a message when you send. What? Man, you ain't getting no fucking upgrade. All tight ends have a message, dog. You had the message before. Stop playing with me, Circle Ball. And no, you shouldn't be changing names in my league. Fuck no. You got. If you get a breakout message, you would have had that. Nah, because it disappears. Don't it disappear once you click on it? Nano, when you get who knows that? When you get a breakout message, once you read it, it disappears, right?
Yeah, once you read it, it disappears.
He might be right. He might be right. I'm ready to find out right now. You ain't gonna lie to me, boy. Nobody told you to change his fucking name in the first place. Last week, winner turnover about 7 catches, lost at home by over 3. 1 fumble until the game is over. 1 fumble, 103 downs played, 10 reception, fantasy goals. It ain't showing none of your goals, boy. Regular season, weekly. Nah, dog, because I told you to send me a picture yesterday. You know what? Man, I'm not wasting my time with this shit. Again, Bottom line, Nano got better throw the ball when it counts, bro. We're not talking about that run, throw that shit up, Tyreek Black on fire, get a catch. We talking about, look, bro, your run game gonna get stuffed sooner or later. Somebody gonna come up to you, and you're not gonna better hit the home run for 80 yards, 70 yards, 60 yards, 40 yards. You got to play cloud of dust football. That's gonna frustrate you. And when you get to 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12s, can you complete first downs? Can you throw the ball on first down to keep yourself in front of sticks, so you don't have to run, so you don't have to be stuck passing the ball every 3rd down? Can you do these type of things? Can you get comfortable with 5 passing plays to have your ass winning the Super Bowl? Because you're that good at running the ball, getting the Super Bowls. Imagine when you could throw the ball and people can't cheat you. Simple as that. Giants not talking about, Jags not talking about, Jets not talking about for right now, because I'm going to stop right here. And we're going to come back because I got some things to handle with these text messages right now. Once the game is over, it will give you the results from the breakout. That's what I'm saying. But I advanced, though. I advanced the league, though.
It would still give them.
Even if I advanced?
Yeah, because it'll be like, yo, you didn't meet the...
Right.
You didn't meet it.
Nah, fuck that, man. That shit dropped. I don't know, all them stats I had yesterday, man, bullshit. All right, so I'm gonna come back. To the Jets right now. They playing at a high level. Man, this guy doesn't waste his time in the draft. He wastes his time after the draft. And when you see the team, you know exactly what he do. Guys got to start to figure it out, because it's getting to that point now where what's going to happen is people going to be like, I ain't trading my picks for more. Fuck that. That ain't it. If you can't build a team, it doesn't matter if you trade your picks or not, because you can be a guy that picking the top 10 every year, and your player's still 88 from year 1, when they should be 99s right now. Or you could be a Shoguns, and you use those picks and get a player that you're never going to get out the draft anyway. So at the end of the day, any player he trade for is better than any guy you draft. He don't have to waste the time on building that guy and getting upgrades or winning awards or whatever the case may be, because they already built for him to do all that with it. So all he got to do is plug him into play and get him used to his system and his scheme, and he's in there. And then what happens? He's 4-3 right now. Simple as that, right? But I love the fact that he got my player running back playing at a high level right now. At one point, he was number 2 in the league in rushing yards, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's still like at this point, but I'm cool with that. And we're gonna talk about this a little bit later, though, man. I appreciate all y'all. Now remember, if you are in the league still, whether you on my Junkies league or you in Real Draft, if you watch this broadcast, I'm giving out a gift. All right. Now that gift, I haven't decided what it's gonna be yet. What do you think? Should I say what it's gonna be on the podcast, or should I say it in chat?
Say it in chat.
Alright. At this point, guys, got everything. I think one of the most important things is being able to bring somebody back with money if you don't got money. So think about that. If you're a guy that don't got the money to sign guys back that you're gonna need, that might be the gift. So I'll give you a choice between man, what kind of... Alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna I'm going to give out 2 contract restructures. 2 contract restructures on any player of your choice. And then I'm going to give y'all 2 players to be able to put on +2 speed, +2 acceleration. That's 5 total players, but it's a choice. You either get the 3 players on contract restructure or the 2 players on speed 2, accelerated 2. Your choice. If your name is in the chat when you DM me, I'm going to go back and see it. We know if you commented during the broadcast, because it's going to be stuck in there. If you comment after the broadcast, it's not going to show up as a comment in the broadcast. You'll see. So for you slick guys that's going to be like, yo, I was driving but I was watching it and shit like that, I couldn't comment, it's bullshit. You know, text your girl what's to eat on your ride home. So I don't want to hear that shit. Yes, so 3 players on your team, contract restructure. 2 players on your team, +2 speed, +2 acceleration of your choice. You either get one or the other. Holla at me. AntHits the franchise guru. We out there.